Hello folks, Fuzz here, and at the end of the last Dragon Quest XI episode we managed to complete the storyline that brought Rab back into the party for us. So we're now consisting of Fuzz, Hendrik and Rab. And I mentioned that the trials for this area had unlocked, but I also warned that it's probably not a good idea to start them until about level 50 due to how difficult they are. Well, I thought I'd go against my own advice and try the first trial, and to my happiness I was actually able to complete it. So I wasn't able to get the best rewards from it, but I'm hoping to have another go at it now, and I'm going to show you what it is that I'm doing in terms of my setup and whatnot in order to get through this first trial here. So first of all, obviously we've only got 3 members of the party, so we're going to be putting all of those through the trial. And if I just show you the attributes here of each party member, then Fuzz is the highest level at level 40, Hendrik is level 36, and Rab is level 37, and you can see the gear that I'm using with those characters as well. One thing to notice that I do recommend that both Fuzz and Hendrik have those particular weapons equipped that I'm using. The King Axe +3 for Hendrik and the Wormfang +3 for Fuzz. They're very powerful for these particular levels. And just to confirm, I am doing this immediately after the storyline involving this place, so I haven't gone ahead and grinded any levels or anything since, you know, we completed this in the last episode. Don't forget as well, guys, to make sure you equip Rab, since he will not have any equipment when you first get him back at all. Okay, so make sure to do so. I actually learned that the hard way. I did the trial and succeeded with Rab having no equipment whatsoever. That Staff of Divine Wrath is one of the rewards that you get for completing this particular trial. So once you're ready, you're going to make your way over to the Field of Discipline. Just to clarify, this is completely optional. It's just a bit of fun, but you do get some nice rewards from it. But if you want, you can always come back at any point later on in order to do these. And you're going to speak to the High Llama here, and he will give us a bit of information. And you can see the first trial, which is the only trial I've attempted, and I've attempted it 1 time. We have 4 particular victory conditions here, and if we can complete within so many moves this particular trial, then we'll get the rewards as listed. Now I've already got the rewards from my first attempt for just a straight up victory, and then also for getting that victory within 12 moves I picked up that Staff of Divine Wrath, which you just saw that Rab had equipped, and also the Saint's Ashes as well. But if we can manage to do this within 8 moves, which I'm not going to hold my hopes up for that, but you never know, we'll also get a Sage's Robe. And since I've completed the first trial, the second trial has also unlocked, although I don't expect I'll be able to do that yet, since I do actually require 4 party members and I only have 3. So we'll go ahead and select the first trial, and what I'm going to recommend, this is the way I did it, so I'm assuming you're going to want to follow suit, is for the first battle. There's 2 battles in this particular trial. I'm going to go ahead and select Hendrik, so he's going to solo the first fight by himself. And then for the second battle, obviously, pretty self-explanatory, we don't have much choice here. I'm going to select Fuzz and the newly equipped Rab. So when you're ready, guys, just click confirm and the trial shall commence. The High Llama will actually just ask if we want to go ahead. We'll say yes. Yep, let the trial commence. And a Deadly Dragon will be our first opponent here. Now, one of the reasons why I did it within 12 moves previously was that I actually started casting buffs and debuffs. By the way, just make sure tactics are set to follow orders. But I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to play it a little bit riskily to try and get the moves down a little bit more. And we're just going to start unleashing Parallax immediately. Yeah, I think Parallax, I haven't tried the other abilities for this particular fight, but I do think Parallax is probably the strongest ability to use. And don't forget, you do have mid-heal, but to be honest, if you're going to need to be healing, you're probably not ready to partake in these particular trials, since they are going to waste turns. Now, 250 points of damage or so is obviously very nice. But we'll just keep unleashing these parallaxes, and we'll get a little bit of healing in between each round, thanks to the accessory I've got equipped. And hopefully, as well, we'll have a little bit of luck, since Hendrik's wearing a shield with some blocks. And that should just about keep him alive. At least that's the plan, until he's able to dispatch of this foe. There we go. So it looks about 4 moves, was that? Yeah, we do get an update here anyway, which means that we're going to need to take care of the next set of enemies within 4 moves if I want to go ahead and get the Sage's Robe. Now, you can do it in 8 moves, okay, so it doesn't have to be 7 or less, it can be 8 or less. But this battle's fairly challenging, and you are going to, if you're underleveled like I am, going to require a little bit of luck. Just make sure everybody's set to follow orders. Now, some of these enemies, as you can see there, like to cast buffs and debuffs. And we've got to kind of hope they're going to do that quite regularly, since it will actually stop them from doing damage on those specific turns. Now, if you can get Rab and Fuzz, or Rab and your hero, whatever their name is, into pep state together, you can unleash that special, I can't think what it's called, that special pet power that we unlocked recently. But I don't think that's going to happen in this case, unfortunately, since Fuzz is about to expire. So I'm going to continue with Quadra Slash, it is, isn't it? All throughout this fight, with Fuzz and Pearly Gates with Rab. So both of those abilities are going to do substantial amounts of damage. So that's round 1 completed. Got to try and do this within 3 more turns. So another Quadra Slash. Probably do a little bit less damage now that pet mode is finished, unfortunately. So everybody's into yellow health now in terms of the enemies. And 1 enemy is down, that's round 2, over and done with. So as long as we can survive, then we should be okay here. And as long as the enemies are going to buff, which as you can see they do quite regularly, then you should be okay. So this is round 3 now, and I'm hoping this will be enough to finish these guys off. Rab is going to cast Pearly Gates once more. Stick with those abilities. And it's down, fantastic. See how I didn't waste time trying to heal, even though, you know, both Hendrik in the first round and Fuzz in the second were getting a little bit low on health. It really is just a slog to get through as fast as possible. So we won't repeat the rewards that we collected previously. Oh, we did it within 10. I thought we did that sooner then. Okay, I see the problem. It's my mistake. I was a little bit confused. It's actually actions, not turns. So even though we managed to do the first round within 4 and the second battle within 3 rounds, both Fuzz and Rab's actions counted towards the number of moves, so I still won't unlock the Sage's Robe, unfortunately. But maybe I could do it at this level if, as I say, I managed to get both Rab and Fuzz into pep state together. But I'm not going to worry too much about trying to do that immediately. At least I managed to reduce the number of rounds it took. Last time it took me 12, this time it took me 10. Don't think we're going to be able to take on the second challenge. In fact, I know we can't, so we need another party member. But we're going to go around now and collect some new party members. Or shall I say, re-recruit the party members that have since left us. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you today, guys. So please let me know what you think of the Trials feature that's recently unlocked in Dragon Quest XI. And let me know how you get on as well. I'd be really interested in knowing, especially those of you that, like me, have just completed the story section for Angri in Act 2. And are you going to attempt the Trials straight away? And if so, how do you fare with them? But thanks for stopping by today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. And I'll see you all soon for more Dragon Quest XI. Take care.